Don't bring it down. Don't bring it down too far. That's it. No. Cut me off. I just wanted to enjoy the music. Good afternoon once again. Welcome to another edition. Now we bring it down on the lower. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, you caught us in an afternoon that is promising to be interesting, revelatory, and insightful regarding small business enterprises in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Good afternoon to you listening in Dominica, in your vehicles, in your office, at your home, in the buses, in every form of transportation, every location in Dominica, around the Caribbean. With those of you who have gotten the good news that you're now cashing in on a very interesting and revelatory program. And those of you listening internationally, via the web, via Facebook, via your radios, via your phones, and as a means of communication, we want to thank you very much. I'm Franklyn Peter Moses, sitting here on behalf of representing the management and staff of Q95 Radio in Dominica, the big station, and the collaborative effort between this radio station's technical ability to broadcast throughout the entire universe, all four corners of the universe, and the platform and the know-it-all, the technical, well, actually, the practical development skills of the National Development Foundation of Dominica, being represented there by a small business expert. And he knows all about the corners of business and to increase revenue and how to start up a business. Mr. Donald Bacasio, once again, thank you very much for being part of our company here and representing so very well over the past few weeks. We've been together, quite impressed with your knowledge and your ability to really apply those things that you've learned and you teach the small business owners in Dominica. Welcome.
Yes, Franklin, it has been my pleasure to be here with you. Of course, to be with the legendary Franklyn Moses, right, Sean? DJ Sean is in the house today, so we are just very pleased. Good afternoon to everybody out there. Good afternoon to our, dear listeners, of course, on Q95, the big station, and all our followers and supporters online. So once again, this is the Nature Isle Small Business Buzz, where we bring the real stories, Franklin, bold moves, and brilliant minds behind Dominica's growing small business landscape. So today, we've got another, I shall say, should be very interesting conversation with a very interesting small business person. I'm going to keep it a surprise first for you. So wherever you're tuning in right now, right, stay locked in because you don't want to miss this one. Franklin?
Yeah, and let's just take this opportunity to remember we do have a few things to do regarding or to say to share regarding Katai restaurant. Yes, and we want to say
Mm.
good
Why are you
afternoon
like
to
that, man? You're
with
making me feel hungry again.
that's the whole purpose of my exercise.
Yeah, yeah. Right, Sean?
Where you go, I follow.
Uh,
Okay, that's
uh-huh.
the management of Katai.
Ah,
And we
yes.
want to thank the dynamic duo, the double D, of Mr.
Keith Bellot,
and Miss
Auquali
Alquali.
Joseph, or
Yes.
AJ for short.
AJ for short.
Yes.
And not forgetting the man himself. Actually, the man name in
Mm.
French is Lom, Mr.
Oh,
Lom.
yes. Oh, that's another one.
And that he's responsible for the engineering feat, food, and services at High Rise and also at the Ruins Bar, who was our guest.
Yes. So for those who are wondering what in the world Franklin is talking about,
Mhm.
we just want to, well, can I inform you that was it last week? Last week when we had dinner, right? We had
Yes.
dinner first at Katai,
Yeah,
right?
most certainly.
Mhm.
Delicious.
And then
yes,
a
sumptuous.
few nights after that, we went to High Rise on the Bayfront.
Yeah.
And so for you, Franklin, how was the experience dining in those two places?
I enjoyed your company too, and
Well, thank you very
and
much.
Yes, and also
Ditto.
we did our little yes. I
Mhm.
received that from the movie Ghost. That's where I learned that one. Yeah, starring Demi Moore. I think was it
Yes,
Demi
yes,
Moore
yes, yes.
and Patrick Swayze.
So let me repeat that
yes,
again.
So the question,
Ditto.
ditto.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Ditto kiddo. And we went
Uh-huh.
there. We did a little video. I hope you're gonna
Oh, yeah.
put that on.
Oh,
for
my
me.
God.
Put on mine and I put on yours.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had an excellent ambiance.
Ambiance.
And it was very delicious. It was well prepared because they wanted us to have to accentuate or take their taste and flavor in our mouths after we had done that because Donald and
Yeah.
myself, we work as professionals. We work by using our imagination, sewn in with reality
That's
and
true.
projections. And they really started. That was the icing, literally, pun intended, on the
Mhm.
cake. And also with High Rise, I'm telling you, they both are not different menus, but different bursting flavors. They are
Totally
both
agree.
unique
Mhm.
in the aftertaste and the afterglow from biting and nibbling. I remember finishing both the meals with absolute disdain.
Yeah, man.
You
And
know? Yeah.
yeah, it was really amazing, right?
Yeah, the
So wow, the
the
flavors
mixture of flavors.
and even the presentation.
oh yes,
And of course, not to mention the, how do you say it again? Ambiance.
yeah, ambiance. That's another word we got that one, and the lady who was speaking, she's French,
Yes,
and
yes,
so she
yes.
started to speak English, and I heard the word ambiance.
Ambiance.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have to
yes,
we have
yes.
to teach
And-
Sean to
yes.
say that.
And-
You Abios? No, not abios.
The ambiance. And
Ambiance.
I have a comedy show coming up
Oh.
later on. So I'm not only this, out of this,
You
on
are a
us-
comedian? I didn't know that.
No, I'm an entertainer who does comedy.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
And I got the idea. Why don't I try to let people know that how French has become part of our English vernacular? So, for
Mhm.
instance, you will not enjoy a meal if you go to a restaurant because you have to see the menu.
Okay.
The word restaurant is actually a French word. The word you wouldn't be able to tell somebody have a good meal because you won't be able to say bon appetit. You won't be able to go to a hospital because you wouldn't be able to get triage. That's also French. You wouldn't be able to say bonjour, good day, which makes it sexy. Alors, bonjour. You won't be able to sound sexy.
Yeah.
And I have a whole lot of words that are actually French, and most people in the world, like if you want to open a business, you become an entrepreneur. That is French.
Wow.
Anyway, that's that. Listen, okay. Thank you.
That's
very much.
nice.
Thank you, Franklin. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Franklin.
yes,
Thank
yes,
you. Merci, merci beaucoup tout le monde.
I have a joke too,
Okay,
but
go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
shy in front of you.
All
but,
right.
But let me ask you,
Yeah.
what did the son con tell the mom con?
You're corny.
No.
I
No.
have no, I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Where's popcorn?
Ah, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Do me a favor. I'm gonna ask you to spell. No. This one is good. This one
Okay,
is really
all
good.
right.
You know, most people have eggs for breakfast and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this. What do you do to an egg? Well, that's misbehaving.
What?
You beat it. and what do you call an egg that really doesn't listen to you when you give it instruction?
What?
You're too hardened. Yeah. And when you tell an egg to listen, get out of here,
Okay, what?
me scramble. Okay, so we're here. No,
All
not
right.
only this. Before we take a
Uh-huh.
break,
Mhm.
you and I we had this great encounter last evening
Mm.
at the UB Center.
Wow. Wow.
And we had these two. Well, this our we saw so many of our guests, including Terry Henry Lovell,
Mm-hmm.
and what is the lady who makes she read the poem for us on Mother's Day. What's her name again? She was there.
Amika
Amika was there,
and
and a
Cognet.
whole and a whole host of other persons who are either
Just
in business,
Mhm.
interested about business, or just about the economy, and they were there from every walk of life.
Yes.
And in fact, I came in slightly, after it started, and I was sent into the overflow. And we had Dr. Phaedra Saint Hilaire,
Yes.
along with Mr. L
Professor
Professor, yes,
Martin Medal.
Medal,
Yeah.
Medal.
It's-
Okay,
Yeah.
And
We
he-
apologize if we mispronounce
Yeah.
your word, your
That-
name, your
yeah,
surname.
your surname. But
Yes, yes.
he's tall like I am. He's 6 foot.
Yes.
He's
And he's a
5 or 6.
Nobel. He's a Nobel laureate.
Yes,
So,
yes,
so he's a chemistry. He's a chemist.
yeah.
By the way, I just want to correct myself. The last time I said the new pope has a degree in mathematician, which
Oh, mathematics.
It's
Okay, yes.
mathematics.
But
I
it is close.
apologize.
He is
I
a
was so excited.
He's
Yeah.
a mathematician.
He's a
Yeah.
mathematician. But anyway,
Yeah.
so this one, he is a chemist.
Yes, him.
So he's one of the top chemists in the world.
I
you know.
didn't know you. You see, I
Yeah.
spoke to him. I was speaking to his wife, whom I didn't know that they were married. I
Mhm.
didn't know that was her husband.
Okay.
But she and I, we basically not. I think she went to convent. I went to SMA. We went into school around the same time. So
okay.
we've been really good intellectual friends. She's
Nice,
a very good
nice.
person to have a dialogue and
And
discussion
it's really
with.
amazing when you have like intellectual friends.
Yes, and then I didn't know that was his because you were there. And when I introduced you after you went
Yes,
to
yes.
talk, I was talking to her and I felt a presence behind me, and she said, "Look up, look back." And I looked back and I saw this huge man there, and he says, "I see you talking to my wife for the longest while." I said, "Well, I knew you were coming. That's why I was keeping her company." And then we became good friends.
Oh,
But
yes.
at that part, I didn't know because you spoke to him longer than I.
Yes,
because
yes.
that he's a Nobel laureate.
Yes, and he was actually
Okay,
here.
nice.
You know, he was
In
interviewed.
2020.
He was interviewed already by, of course, the late our beloved Ferdinand Frampton
Oh, okay.
in her program. Yes,
Okay.
yes. So
See?
the two of them were there. I think you're correct. Probably two years ago,
Yeah.
right? But what they had last night was it's a seminar
The seminar. The
for
title was
for entrepreneurs, right? The
Mhm.
title is Unlocking Caribbean Potential Through Angel and Impact Investing.
yeah, and
Right. And actually, this afternoon, I just came out of the roundtable discussion with the same topic.
Okay.
So it's a more kind of intimate discussion with key stakeholders.
Mhm, mhm.
So I left them there. They are still discussing, really important things, how we can really elevate the
Mhm.
entrepreneurial ecosystem
Nice.
and the entrepreneurial capability of Dominicans,
Nice.
right? Of course, with some help from angel investors, so to
Mhm,
speak.
mhm.
So they're still there, and we want to say hi to them, especially to Yui, who I believe helped, assisted, organize all these things.
Simone,
Dr.
Simone,
Kimon, Joseph,
Joseph, yes.
Dr. Barry, and
Yeah.
all of the amazing people and entrepreneurs who are there right now,
Mhm.
including our first winner of the Green Innovation Summit, Miss Jody
Dangleben.
Dangleben,
Yes.
Dublin Dangleben.
Dublin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was great experience, and I
Mhm.
hope that brings a lot of positive things
Mhm.
to the small business sector here in
Yes.
Dominica.
It was very, very deep in depth. Although it was, but they glossed over many of the things. I think they will be discussing it in detail this afternoon, as
Yes.
you mentioned. But they did open a great windows of opportunity and possibility regarding the combination of making all types of international products from indigenous raw materials.
Yes.
So I hope it was well put together, well edited, well presented.
And you see, it's
Okay.
like it's an eye opener for a lot of people, because some of us think that for us to fund our business is just all about funding it through our own money, or
Mhm.
maybe taking a loan.
Yes.
But there are actually people called angel
Angel
investors out
Mhm.
there
Yes.
who really are just looking for outstanding business ideas,
Mhm.
right? And if they feel you're worthy, they will be investing. So they are willing to invest
Mhm.
in your businesses. So it's a great experience. So you
Yeah.
want to big them up, and we want to big you up as well for being there, right?
Thank you.
Right?
Yes.
Are there any other people who you would like to big up? Remember, we went to a small business place as well.
Oh,
And he told us
Archie.
he
I
always
wouldn't
listens
forget.
to
I
us.
wouldn't forget Archie. But I'm happy that you bring it early, so we'll remember it. So Archie,
Uh-huh.
very good friend. We raised up in the capital city, Roseau, and Archie has this outstanding, very colorful and fluorescent bar, and
Iconic,
iconic
shall I
bar.
say, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
because during the
That's been there
hurricane.
for.
Oh yeah, because the
Mhm,
hurricane
mhm.
flooded it, but did not shift it,
Wow.
and it looks, as you can see outside, it doesn't look like some kind of
Yes, yes, yes.
skyscraper or
Mhm,
anything.
mhm.
So, and then Archie has a special, unique group of customers. But I want to say good afternoon, Archie. Thank you very much for your encouraging words last evening, and thank you very much for listening. As always, bro, big up to you. And also say, the boys on the street where the river flows. And of course, how can we forget Heads? We're gonna have to invite Heads sometime. You know,
Yes.
Heads,
Mhm,
Blue Sun. So Heads, we talk about Blue Heads.
mhm.
We had a great interaction last evening with, when you get to a Heads Enterprise, you have access as men and women to the television, to a great variety of drinks, reflection, and good friends.
Speaking of heads, I want to talk about a head
Yeah.
because I just want to say hi to our head, Mr.
Okay.
Cletus Joseph, the
Yes.
executive director of the NDFD. Of course, is I believe is listening right now, and let's not forget, of course, the better half,
Okay.
Mrs. Brenda Joy, who's always tune in,
Yes, absolutely.
and always loyal to our program. Mrs.
Joseph,
Gloria
Mrs.
Joseph
Gloria
as
Joseph.
well,
Yes.
who, by the way, already has her own Facebook like talk show.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so
Yes. Indeed.
we
Indeed.
want to big her up, and all other Josephs in
Mm.
Dominica from
And Saint
all
Joseph.
over.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm not forgetting our boss, or our entrepreneurial, visionary, program and product establisher, Mr. Sheridan G. Gregoire. When I was quite
Definitely.
younger, I remember sir, I'm going to give you a salute and your big up at this point in time. I was so proud that a Dominican signature was in the red dollar, the
Mhm.
Eastern Caribbean dollar. That has been etched in my mind because I know this dude.
Mhm.
And I'm saying, and it's like, how did he get that there? That's because of his brilliant foresight and his ability
Yeah.
as a businessman, very, very intuitive, very, very sharp. And we did the program together when I was quite young, maybe 24, 25, 26. And
When I
Mhm.
was like growing up, not just in the business but in
Mhm.
my career, that's something that I love to do. Like sit down with them, people who've done it.
Mhm.
Them people who are considered veterans in the field,
Yeah.
because you will really learn a lot from them. So for our young entrepreneurs out there, right?
Yes.
Don't be afraid to reach out to our elder entrepreneurs
Yes.
and
So you
ask
could.
them questions, because
Yes.
you'll be surprised. They're A lot of them are more than willing to share their
Yes.
wisdom and their
Yes. Mhm.
experiences. So do that. It's something that I believe has been effective to me and can be effective to all of you, like you, Sean, a young budding entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Franklin.
but in addition to that, Mr. Gregoire and some of his business associates, they had this. The few in Dominica, that was like the bomb, the most innovative, novel idea,
Mhm.
where they had something called the trade show. Now,
Mm.
usually when you hear trade show, there'd be like places would come for the exchange of trade, commerce, but it was a combination of all seven of the levels of business, visible and invisible, and divisible by 100. And for us, that was one of the things, like gaining Dominican sovereignty and independence.
Nice.
Having that trade show was like every night. I think it went to, like, forgive me because of memory, it may have been a couple of weeks or maybe a month.
Mm.
And it's up at the St. Mary's School. You go up the hill, and there were those booths, and people were there. There was music, and first time we
Wow.
saw lights, and every night you had somewhere to go.
Amazing.
Just all through the day. And
Wow.
I still remember it, and I was a kid. When I say
Mm.
kid, almost like a teenager at the time.
Mhm, mhm.
And to
That's
go
nice.
there, and you, it was just such national escape, but still very fulfilling and inspiring. So
And speaking
big
of
up to my boss, Mrs. Sheridan Gregoire,
Yes,
for
and
that.
speaking of trade show, NDFD has been sponsoring one. For
Yes.
how many years
Mhm.
now? More than 10 years,
than
and
10.
that's the Creole in the Streets.
Yes.
Every October. Yeah, so it's something to watch out for. I believe very soon. Entrepreneurs can already inquire about the next edition.
Mhm.
Speaking of edition, Franklin, can you remember what edition we are in now?
The new edition.
Here in our program, how many editions
Oh,
we have
last my
had?
count, I think 12.
Yes. What I realized is that we had so many already. We lost count.
Yeah. I know we under 3 months.
Yes,
So
but it's a blessing.
it
We give
absolutely.
thanks. We give
Yeah,
thanks.
we give
And of course,
twice
we
that.
owe it to the people who regularly
Oh yes,
listen
yes,
to
yes, yes,
us
yeah.
and support us and express their support whenever we are together out there walking
Absolutely.
around
Yeah.
the city
Mr.
of
Ito, thank you
Roseau.
very much. We met him last night.
Yes, yes,
Mr.
yes.
Ito says he listens. My brother
Mm.
Fitz. But I mean, my schoolmate.
I also want to big up Tony Edwards of Shop DM.
Oh,
Really
Tony.
good,
Oh, we met him last
outstanding
night. Yes, yes,
entrepreneur.
yes.
You know, a
Shop
great
DM.
guy. You know,
Very
and
intelligent, he sounds.
yes,
Very
yes,
intelligent.
and of course we met the ambassador of the
The
EU.
EU, yes.
Yes,
Madam
pronounce her name. I challenge you now.
me, you can challenge me. I look I look like a challenger. Only challengers are in Canefield.
Yeah, but
No,
speaking,
I can't pronounce it.
yes, but you know we met her and she was very gracious, very
Yes, she was
yeah.
here. She was interviewed there by Matt
So
Peltier.
hopefully we'll get more support from
The EU.
from EU,
Yeah, yeah.
especially for our small business sector,
Mhm.
whom I always love to champion. Speaking of Challenger, Mr. Challenger right now is in the Kalinago territory
Oh
with
yes.
Mr. Dumas because we are having the uh, office to the people, which we do every month. So we go to the Kalinago territory and basically bring the NDFT over there. So our people, our Kalinago brothers and sisters can come and technically do business, apply for loans, apply for business support, inquire about their loans and everything. So we want to big them up
Mhm.
out there, over there, Mr.
Yeah.
Challenger, Mr. Dumas, Mr. Leblanc. The team is, and hopefully we'll be able to speak with Mr. Dumas in a little while, right,
Yes,
Franklin?
most certainly. So what we're going to do? We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back. When we come back, we have a short interview with a special involved business involved person, very very competent, very qualified, and very topical, timeless, and relevant for programming this afternoon. Let's take a break. We'll come right back. Yes, come in. Hold that thought. I'll call you right back. I'll go right back. Partner, Elas Franco, how are you doing? Things are getting really tight in this Gova season. Right now, I just don't know what to do. But Franklin, what are you doing? You're sitting on your money machine. With all them skills and ideas that you have, you can go further, faster. Huawei, go to the NDFD. They've got the best rates on business loans, not to mention affordable business support. They'll get your business registered and help you develop your business plan. They'll design your logo and train small business owners just like you. For real? I go down there now. All jokes aside, NDFD is helping people when others would not.
The National Development Foundation of Dominica introduces its Small Business Advisory Services. Get the help and support you need to run your business effectively. Come see us on 9 Great Marlborough Street, Roseau. Let us assist with having your company registered, developing marketing and business plans, record keeping, and the need-to-knows and provisions for Social Security, income tax, and VAT. You won't be left in the dark anymore. Let us hand over your key to unlock doors for success. NDFD Small Business Advisory Services now available. Call 448-3240, 448-8631.
Yeah, so we're talking in the background. Our guest is just on the step, and as soon as we say that, he's going to step right in. Well, I shouldn't say. Well, it's he.
So it's
okay.
a he.
It's a he.
Okay.
Yes. So so remember I told you about the eggs a while ago. Remember
Yes,
I told
yes.
you what
Uh-huh.
what do you do to an egg that's misbehaving? You
Uh,
beat it.
Beat, yes.
Ask me
you
why.
beat. Why?
I want to make an example out of it.
Sean, do you like that?
Mm.
Okay, all right, all
Yeah.
right.
And
As long as DJ Sean
Yeah.
likes the joke, then it's okay.
And guess what?
I love it. I love the
this
joke.
last one for you,
Uh-huh.
as our guest is beginning to arrive.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to spell these 3 words for me that sound very familiar. They may sound very familiar.
Mhm.
Okay, spell work.
Work.
Yes.
WORK.
Spell folk.
Folk.
Mhm.
FOLK.
Yes. Spell the white of egg.
The
Egg.
what?
The white of eggs. Egg.
The white?
Yeah.
What's the white of egg?
No,
Yolk?
no. I asked you to spell. Yeah. Go ahead. Spell. Okay. Spell work.
Yolk. Well,
Spell work. Folk.
FOLK.
Spell the white of egg.
White of egg. Yolk.
No, the white effect is
No,
albumin. I get you. Because I make it rhyme like what?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
and yo.
yes. That mess up my brain, man.
Spell the white
Mess up
effect.
my
The
brain.
white effect is albumin.
Mama.
That's my job. Your
Yeah.
job is to balance the
Yes,
checkbook.
yes.
Check,
My
balance,
brain.
balance my checkbook. That's
Yes,
all you have to do.
my brain only works more
On
effectively
business.
on business and
When you're
the bigger
minding,
things.
and when you're minding my business.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it means I'll bring it
Uh-huh.
after. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
An introduction about our guest. Our
Mhm.
guest represents some of the very innovative thinkers, whereby where there is nothing, you identify a source, you identify what you think is you could add, you could
Yes, yes,
bring
yes.
to the table, the
Mhm.
economic table, the pie, a share of the pie, the apple pie, the financial pie, by
Mhm.
coming up with some ingenious idea. Now, talking of location, it doesn't have to be, and he's going to tell us that the location that you intend to position yourself to distribute your goods and
Mhm.
services does not, in this changing economic climate, it does not have to be something stable like going to the shop that's located at the
Okay.
Privo Cine Mall,
Yes,
or
yes,
located
yes,
at
yes.
corner of King George V
Yes.
Street and Kennedy Avenue. This is
Mhm.
solid location. He's going to tell us. I'm not going to reveal it. He's going to tell us how he did it, why he did it.
Mhm.
And so when he comes in, and he's going to tell us about his products. In the meantime, we want to. Yeah, you were about to say something.
No,
Okay.
I think you are correct. He represents a group in the overall industry, in the overall sector,
Mhm.
and these are our micro entrepreneurs who are doing their business by the roadside.
Mhm. Yeah.
So and I think so far he's been doing very well,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And he's doing it through some very unique tactics.
Okay, so hold that.
Yes,
Because
I'm not
I
gonna.
couldn't follow your ideas.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now what we want to do, Shand, yeah, you can take this. Yeah, is I going to try to recall. Hmm? Okay, okay, so it's going to be right here, and to let you know, I just want to identify some of the folks who've been part of our program, and I want to just recognize our very first program was our first guest. When we started on that first Tuesday, and we had Mr. Cletus Joseph, our executive director. Then we had our first, as we begin to look back, and then later on we'll tell you the second, third, and the fourth and the fifth. No, well, we had Tuesday and Thursday, so that'll be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So we had Miss Rachel Shillingford. We want to say good afternoon to you, and our guest is right here, and she has a business entitled Herbal Harmony, and she's part of the Green Innovation Summit. And then we had Mr. the chairman, Mr. Eddie Bruno. We want to say good afternoon to our chairman, Mr.
Yes,
Eddie Bruno,
definitely.
also chairman of the board at the
And
board of
all
and
members of the board of directors of the NDFT.
and Mr. Dumas, and as you mentioned. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this, give you your headphone. He's right here with us, and you take this microphone. So I know you're accustomed to that because you're a music man also. And so when you hear the reggae, just start to
Yes,
just
yes.
start to chant. Good afternoon to you, sir. Gonna let Donald be the one to.
Of
just-
course, I don't think he
you
needs
come a little closer.
an introduction,
Come a
but
little closer to
yes,
Just up.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
you have to get a little closer to it.
You're already feeling the spirit, man.
Yeah,
you know.
man.
Afternoon, everybody.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. So let's welcome Mr. Joel Shillingford,
Yes.
more popularly known as.
Fast chargers, car chargers, type C, iPhone chargers, headphones, cell
Uh-huh.
screen protectors, memory cards, flash drives on sale, best prices in town. Check it out in the corner.
No, you have to come with closer. What? That's
Yeah. We have to do
No,
it
no,
again.
no.
We have to do it again.
No,
We have to do it again.
You have to do it again.
We have to do that
Get a little
again.
closer. Give him a little more
Yes,
volume
yes.
on it, on
We have
his
to do that
microphone.
again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so good. So you
One.
are 1, 2, 3.
Charger, man.
Yeah.
You have to do the chant. You have to do the chant.
The
Come on,
chant,
let's
yeah.
give that. Yeah.
1,
Give
2,
them that.
3.
Let's give them
Yeah.
that. Go.
Boom. Check me out on the corner of DGCL. Fast chargers, car chargers, type C, iPhone chargers, headphones, cell phone, screen protectors, memory cards, flash drives, power banks on sale, cables, connectors, adapters, splitters, cords, and more. Extensions, and we have stuff for the ladies as well. So
Err.
satisfaction guarantee.
I just sell it out. We've got a lot of yeah. That's
What
no
did he
secret.
say? No.
Err, we have- he knows, because I must admit that when I got disconnected with
That
my
is it.
communication, yeah, no, let me have to put that in my hand. That's
Yeah.
like a madman. And I got disconnected in terms of communicating internationally, regionally, and nationally. I saw him, and I was accustomed of seeing him in the corner because he's always in my street in Cox Street. And I said, "Yo, bro, I need a cord." He said, "I got the right thing for you. Nothing like, maybe let me look and see." He said, "Okay, I got the right thing for you." I said, "I want a long one." He gave me a long one. Bro, I've been using that so much that for extension from one corner of my room to the other corner. Suddenly I slept in it got burnt. I went to get my boom, boom. So the such space of time, I spent money for quality product. I
And
still
it's
have
still
the
working good, right?
And while you're working like that, yes. So
Very
I sent my coworkers to you. And but you didn't tell me about the Fire Stick, man. The TV, the Fire
Don't
Stick.
new Justin, just go do
Justin, so whether you want Max and Apple TV, you want Hulu, Disney, YouTube, Prime Video, Netflix, how do you go? How do you start?
Yes,
How do
let's
you,
talk
how-
business.
Yeah, let's talk business.
Uh-huh.
We're back here with our guest this afternoon,
Mhm.
Mr. Joel Schiller. And he's in the corner, as he mentioned, between just opposite digital with this vehicle, and in the back of this vehicle,
So that's
there's
basically
merchandise upon
Mhm.
merchandise upon
Mhm.
merchandise. How did you get started?
yes.
Well,
Mhm.
I've always been into the business kind of family business
Mhm.
oriented and stuff.
Yes.
But in terms of this current venture right now,
Mhm.
I'd always say it's my son, because
Mm.
you always have to buy some chargers for him.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's messing it up,
Yes,
I'm so
yes.
fed up. Yeah? I just bought a bulk of chargers. I buy 20. I want to see if you finish it.
Mm.
But concurrently, whilst I was doing a little project at Clay Harbor,
yes.
whilst I was awaiting my vehicle, I was just making use of my time.
Mhm.
I saw my peers there, they needed stuff. So basically, it's whatever you see someone could need, you just bring
Oh.
it to them.
Yeah.
So it's like an accidental venture then.
Per se, because hand,
Serendipity.
I
Yeah.
saw with my eyes, my peers were
Yes.
at computers daily, so they would be straining their eyes,
Mhm,
they'd be
mhm.
fatigued, they'd be tired, they'd have brain
Yes, yes,
strain
yes.
and stuff. So I came up with the idea that I would offer them anti-blue light. So
Mhm.
whilst I was
Wow.
working there, I'd still making an extra $200-$300 a
Nice.
day selling anti-blue light glasses.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
they'd ask me
Wow.
what else I have, and I
Mm.
had this bunch of chargers. So I just started selling
Yeah.
them to, and they sold out within a week.
Wow.
So
Mm.
that was my extra cash.
So you
Mhm.
didn't have to go police station to charge them because they have a charge office there, You had your own charge merchandise.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and then
Great. So, when did you, at one point, when did you realize that, hey, I have to take this more seriously? Because, yeah, this is already
good steady stream of income.
yeah, something that I can really focus my entire time on.
I realize I have the talent to sell you stuff that even if you don't realize, you may need it, right?
He worked it on me. He did it for me.
Yeah, boy. Let me tell you, by experience, yes, he's like that.
Mhm.
Hmm. So that's when you realize that, yeah, I can do this full time.
Yeah, when I especially as I started getting the positive feedback and good words of encouragement
Mhm.
from my peers and the
Nice.
elders amongst us and stuff, plus the support, I was like, yeah, well, I can sustain.
Mm.
Nice.
So were you looking for? Because you are located in an ideal environment because you are in the heart of town where vehicles and pedestrians are.
Yes.
So
I would
Did
say
you-
half and half per se.
Okay.
Because wherever I put myself, I draw in any customers. Because that was my original location. too.
that's what I was about to ask you. Was that your first choice? And where were you before?
No, I was down by the bus stop by Chinese where I'd go buy breakfast, bananas around there. So I just stay packed up,
Mhm.
Mhm.
But they saw my stuff was of a higher quality, so the Chinese were losing sales, so they started renting some broken down vehicles and they started packing it where I would park. So
Okay.
I just move around anywhere in town I park. I just
yes.
Okay.
No, but that's
I
a
from
good.
Rose, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I mean it's good to hear because you just didn't give up.
Mhm.
You were
Mhm.
presented a challenge and you said no, I'll look for a solution.
So here's
Right?
the
you have to hold that in my hands and walk around. Don't worry.
Yes.
so
yes.
okay, so here's the point. I want to underscore that.
Mm.
Listen to what he just said. He was at one certain location, and the competitiveness of his spirit is that when he was faced with a challenge whereby the persons who didn't want him in that location were interfering and hampering his daily sales, He found another place. But before he found that other place, he was willing to go with his products exposed in his hand. If he had to go from door to door, from window to window, from car door to car door, you have to have that determination that no matter what, if that is your dream and that is your goal, you are going to push forward no matter what, because constant resistance will wear down the resistance.
Yeah, man.
Persistence. Okay,
So-
so now go ahead.
Yes. No, just talking about motivation, Joel, what keeping you going, as a young,
Well, I don't
entrepreneur.
sell drugs. I want to go and thief.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
I'm not a violent guy to go
Yes,
and bust
yes.
the bullet behind people
Yes,
and
yes.
stuff like that.
So you want
Try-
to do something that's
yeah, and I see the economy not really up to my standards. It might be suitable for some, but I have three sons to take care of, and they like Nikes and stuff like that.
so family, right?
So I have to meet their needs. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Something
when I
family.
look at my son, enough times I go to give up in life, but when I see my son, I cannot.
Yes.
What's his name?
Wow.
That's their names.
Mr. Shillingford.
Mr. Shillingford. Yeah. No, but that's
Yeah,
a very
a good motivation. Of course.
very, very, very good motivation. And so you have before we go to the products that you sell, I really want to know, how did you come up with that, very attention grabbing sales pitch or sales chant that you do? It's so unique. It's so unique that I think you should patent it, or you should trademark it, right?
You know, my
So how did you
grandfather-
come up, with that?
I think
chant?
it's in my blood, man.
Mm.
Because my grandfather used to go around selling Coca-Colas and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The Astafans would go around selling clothes.
Mm.
The Carms would go around selling Coca-Colas, Pepsis, stuff like that, door to door, send their children to do it too.
Mhm.
Even in Nassif would sell clothes and shoes all over,
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's in my blood or just because I just do that naturally. I just feel
So
Yeah,
so one day you just started to technically, utter the products that you have, and that became some kind of a
Well, I ordered one product, then I started
Yeah,
ordered
yeah.
two, I ordered three.
yes.
So in knowing,
But how did you?
it's my inventory.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
inventory.
But how did you come up with the thing with the
I didn't come up with it.
with the words with the
I'm
words?
just letting you know what I have.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
So you must, you're just repeating his inventory.
Yes. In a very
Yeah.
attention grabbing,
Yeah.
compelling kind of way. Almost like, is like you might end up thinking, is he rapping or something like that?
Yeah, but no, but it's interesting that you mentioned attention grabbing. He
Yeah,
has
yeah.
a few products there that's grabbed my attention. I
just
just got from the States, a friend of mine just sent me my fire stick. And if I knew he had those fire sticks, I wouldn't have done all that. But
Is
you
it
know,
this one? Is it 4K
It-
or you got the 1080?
I haven't it's in my bag. So when you go, you will explain.
So
that
what
to me.
is that?
So
What is
this
that?
one. So tell us how the fire stick 4K
Mhm.
works.
The 4K is just like a higher quality of the pixelation of the whatever being displayed on your screen, right?
Mhm.
Right. So it just shows it more crisp,
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have
But-
Wi-Fi 6. Max for DTV, Hulu,
Trust me,
Disney,
you transforming your
YouTube,
TV
Prime
to
Video,
a
Netflix.
computer.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have you also have the press and ask Alexa and the high dynamic range, the ultra
everything up to
cinematic 4K experience. Enjoy lifelike pictures, quality, vibrant color, and immersive sound with support from Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, plus smooth streaming with Wi-Fi 6 support. Plus you have, what are those two things that you
Yes.
have there? Boom.
Tell us.
We have everything on there.
Yeah, but tell us
you
what-
know,
tell-
Apple
Yeah.
purposely stopped had PVC plastics in their cable to
Mhm.
save money.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
simultaneously that degrading the strength of your cable, right?
Mm.
So it's good they're using recyclable materials from the ocean, but that is making very weak cables for that. You feel?
So they can be okay.
Although
that
I
is-
get these cables, I also have these cable protectors, and they're only $10 to
And
protect
they're
your
in-
investment.
Oh, okay.
So what they do is they protect your cable from bending at the tip, where they solder it onto the chipset and to
And
bend
they
the
are,
wire.
Okay.
and it's in the mold of some kind of a character,
All
some
sorts
kind of a
characters and
characters,
forms. There are
yes.
Pokemon, there are
Pokemon,
Disney
Disney
characters,
characters.
there are
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So that's technically a protector
protectors for your cables.
for your
So you
cables.
don't have to
Okay.
be, yeah.
And this one,
No. I need one of those. I saw one of my friends.
So
had
that is
one.
what?
So that's a fast charger, magnetic wireless fast charging, the PD 20-watt fast charging, and the wireless compatible fast charging. Tell me
Uh-huh.
about it.
Let me
That's
take
a
it this
power
time.
bank.
I
Yes.
appreciate this guy. You have to come and make a day for me.
Yes, I. You
But
don't
you see
know,
them
brother.
fast charging wireless magnetized power banks. These
Mm.
are 10,000 milliamperes. They actually come with a MagSafe O-ring. That's a magnetic ring to stick at the back of your case, so it can just match up to your case and stick. But it's well compatible devices such as Samsung Galaxy S series, Note, iPhones, and Google Pixels, the later models.
Mm.
So you get 15 watts wirelessly, and you get 22.5 watts when you put the cable, and it also comes with a cable. The recommended sales price on this is $150, but right now I have them on sale for only $120 best price.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Wow.
check me out.
Consider it
So
sold.
they have,
Consider it
yeah,
sold.
definitely.
Yeah.
And then you have, of course, the other products that you have there. What do you have there
This
for,
one
for
is-
us?
And you know they stopped sending the Type-C adapters with
Mhm.
them brand new phones. You can just come and check me out.
Mm-hmm.
Type C.
Competitors have it
Yes.
for 80 and 70.
Okay.
Have it for a fraction of the cost. Just come and check me out. You know, I know
Yes,
that
yes,
to
yes.
deal with. You know, I already see me saying like, check me out.
I like the way you said that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So don't think because my
And
special
then you have other products
So
there.
this one
no?
is what are those? You have a red and a blue.
Mhm.
What are these? These are the cables, right? That's like what I have. What you told me.
I have red, blue, green.
I have a gray. Well, no, it's outside.
Excuse
I
me,
have
I just grab what my hands could.
okay. Yeah. No.
Other than that, I have stuff to ease the pressure for the ladies.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
That I come all I have to say, ladies, we have a lot of in our possession. And what colors they come? Because really, pink, you have pink, you
All
have
kind
blue.
of- No. You see, when you get into them different color stuff, that is aftermarket stuff, and you can risk having an allergic reaction. So we
Okay.
stick to the basics and what we know.
Oh,
Mm.
see, no, that's vision, that's business planning.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and
That's
so
knowledge.
You have what centimeters? You have just
We
You
have
know,
it
the
in
pink
red,
one.
we have it in purple, we have the roses. The ladies know what the roses are. You know what I mean?
No, look at roses are red and violets are green.
Roses are red, vibrators are blue.
Blue,
Check me
right,
out.
right.
They have different
Yeah,
colors.
so we've all grown here. We know that is that was existing in Dominica before until right now. But no. The way as human beings, as grown-ups, if there's a need and a market share, because that's why when I was young we used to watch HBO After Dark
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
HBO Street Stories.
You have to get the trap from by side.
You have to get you
and then you have to twist the thing
You
and
at the
wait
back.
for it to work. You want and to
Okay.
put the volume on low.
Low, yeah. Especially Street Stories and Showtime, but and HBO After Dark.
So,
Mhm.
so Joel, what's the bigger plan? I
Yes,
know right now you are by the roadside. Is there like a bigger plan to maybe have your own space, or I don't
You're
know,
comfortable at the point. this point in
expand
time.
somewhere, or
You know, I'm a man with a million ideas. You know,
Mhm.
if I had a proper investor, he'd have probably 100 proper things going. You know.
Mhm.
However, I'm not limited to whatever, I change as the time comes because
Nice.
it's not limited to chargers or
Mhm,
toys or
mhm.
headphones or which I have mainly, but any store you go into as a young person, you
Yeah.
can see a product there and you can capitalize on it.
Mhm.
You can go inside by the Chinese and you see fans and you can just invest your money into a whole
Mhm,
chill a
mhm.
load of fans and you'll be the fan guy and you have the
Yeah,
fans
I
for
like
the
that.
best price.
See the name already? The fun
yes,
guy.
yes.
Yeah, but I'm going to give you a business idea. Now, all I want is a percentage of you can bring in lingerie and negligee, bro, because there's a market for it. That's part of my business plan for you.
I've done these things before with my girlfriend. Before.
Mm,
Just
okay.
told those things that we go on different ventures,
Okay,
We have
okay.
different seasons for different things.
Oh, well,
Mm.
well,
know
excellent.
what I mean?
Okay, so that's another business
Interesting
idea.
point.
You see that? Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Very good, because if you understand that the market flow, the market trends, the market seasons, then you could move from a mint to the mint factory. Yeah.
Joel, what about because I know you are also very good in like keeping customers. Like, I'm one of them.
I'm gonna.
So if you
you're my
can-
good
yes.
customer. Top customer. You spend at least $400-500.
I'm a bump up.
No.
I'm a bump up man.
No. But how is there some kind of principle? Like how do you keep your customers? How do you keep them loyal to you? If I know some of them may be secrets.
I'm sorry, my mother calling. I'll never answer for anybody.
No,
Oh,
go ahead.
of
Go ahead.
course, of
Okay,
course.
mother's calling on
Yes,
you.
yes,
Hi,
yes.
mommy.
Hello,
Check
mommy.
this out.
Oh, that's okay. That's a bit bad. She wanted to bring some bread and milk and some butter.
Check this out.
All right, mommy.
Okay, so let's hear.
Okay.
Yep. Is Mike on? Let mommy
You
hear what
you,
mommy
oh,
say.
you should answer.
should
when
answer
when
mommy.
when mom
Yeah,
is calling, you definitely
Carry
have
the
to
dogs up the
answer.
road.
To carry. I know that. What you be? I don't have anything for you. Mommy on the radio. You're on the radio. Come
We
on.
was on a good point, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about you recognizing that during seasons you can really provide what people are interested in.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
during
And
Valentine's
then
Day,
the ability
during
the ability to keep customers,
to keep customers, that's
loyal
exactly-
customers.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you read, because you've been in it for a couple of years, so you know
Yeah.
around that season people want that there's a constant, but there's certain constant products that you have, like to do with-
Hurricane time is power banks.
next one, the other one. What are the season that you have? What
You
are the
really
products?
have to come and check me out because there are some people they don't use their own mind. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
And I have a
So he
bunch
doesn't
of
wanna-
products, you know what I mean?
Okay. So come
So-
and feast your eyes.
Yes. But in terms of like keeping customers, what are like the key principles that you can probably share?
I offer warranties,
Mm.
guarantees. They know I'm a trustworthy, reliable guy. I
Okay.
already make my name as a being a reliable person.
And for you, that's very important.
for sure, because
Like someone can just come to you and tell you, this product is not working. Are you gonna
of
like
course,
replace that or?
instantaneously.
Wow.
Because in return, I return it to who I buy it from,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then they would have to exchange it for me.
Nice.
You know
nice,
what I mean?
nice,
So there's
yes.
no losses to the customers when it comes to me because I know what it feels like to not have a charger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If it come to you for a charger, I want you. Let's know. I say, yo, bro, I need a charger and a portable charger and a new cord for connecting cord. Tell me what are the options? Give me the options that you're offering me.
Well, I'll speak to you like you're my customer right now. which
Okay,
is-
let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Camera action.
Yeah,
Hey, good afternoon. Where you, boss man?
yeah, boy, bro.
Mhm.
I did. Somebody sent me by you there because right now my phone discharged and the cord break. And I really want, like, what's the longest cord you have on the show? The most powerful cord with protection and everything because the cord break. Right, look at that. See,
Yes.
look at right there, the thing,
Mhm.
right there. And I don't have no power when I business.
Where you buy that now?
But I don't want to tell you, no, bro. I don't want to tell you, no, bro, because right now,
Now, let me sort you out real quickly.
Yes.
Smartphone, smart guy, smart charger. You came to the right
the
place
smart
at the right
price
time.
too. I hope.
So what's
Yeah.
really going on apart from your cable not working?
And
It's just not charging.
No, it's automatic. I don't know if it's some disconnection, something that I push it all night, and when I come back in the morning, it's like 50%.
Well, it looks like it may not just be limited to the cable alone, because you may also need the adapter as well, because these things go hand in hand.
Okay, well, the freshest, most.
You know what I can do for you because you're my top of the line customer already. I can give you the best deal in town.
Yeah, well, hit me with it. Yeah. So
I can give you this and that for that amount, and
Okay.
that would be $20 off when you buy it collectively. Actually,
wrap that for me, please. Wrap that.
There
For me.
you
Wrap
go.
smart
that for
guy,
me.
smart choice.
Yeah, but I
Smartphone,
need the
smart
charger.
guy.
I need this one. What's the special? If I buy that, you give me $20. If I want the power bank.
Naturally, I say the power bank is $150, but right now I have it at a giveaway price, $120 flat line.
so I get the $30.
And you're getting a USB to C cable with that as well.
Wow, wrap that too. Wrap
Oh,
that too. Wrap
There
that
you
too.
go.
I take cards as well.
No, what I have now is my birthday card and my Christmas card.
Well, we can use mobile banking and
But-
Apple Pay.
Okay,
Wow.
all right. So
But
you have
that's
mobile
skills.
banking, Apple Pay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's sales skills, man.
Yeah.
And it's the ability to convert, to close the deal.
Yeah.
Because the customer is already there. And a lot of our young entrepreneurs, right? That's something that they have to develop, the ability to sell.
Yes.
And I think Joel, you are a really good salesperson.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Well, but we're gonna go back to you, right? Because we have okay, all right. Let's go
Yeah.
a
We're
break.
taking a
first.
quick break.
Yes.
Black Arab fast charging.
We're gonna
Thanks
come
for
back.
having me down.
When we come back.
on me.
Okay. All right. So he says his mom is waiting on him. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, listen. Who was that on the phone? A moment ago.
We're online.
Yeah, but okay. So they're telling him
Damien?
hang on a what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damien.
So
Yeah,
he has to go.
There to go, right?
He has to go.
Okay.
So just
that's mhm.
maybe can they get in touch with you?
Yeah,
Via
even on
WhatsApp?
Cook Street, everyone know how to find me. Also,
Mhm.
my vehicle have my name and stuff. You can just ask anybody for my number or my link. You can
All
just find me on. You can follow me on Facebook.
Mhm.
It's Black Arab Fast Charging. Oh no, that's my Instagram. My Facebook is D-Rex Fast Charging. That's
You what?
D-E
DE.
space Rex.
Rex.
D-Rex. Rex
Oh,
means king,
okay.
right?
You okay?
D-Rex Fast Charging and D-Rex Fast Charging
Mhm.
supplies and services.
Supplies
I
and
have that.
services. Wow,
Okay.
that's great.
So we also offer anything in between. You need a pressure wash, you need a Sunday tapped, you need me to change your oil for you.
Mm.
I can just do anything you ask me to. I'll just link it up for you. Need some concierge services. We can find
Wow.
whatever you need on the island.
That's the services there.
That's
Not
it.
just supplies but services.
But don't need-
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for coming
Yeah,
in.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, definitely, man. Much love.
Chan,
One love.
Chan, do we have the special standing ovation? Do we have it there? Okay,
Listen to this. This
man.
one's
That's
for you.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Hit me.
For your excellent participation on this, our bi-weekly small business empowerment program titled Nature Island Small Business Buzz. Today, at this moment, you and your business enterprise deserve an enthusiastic NDFD and Q95 national standing ovation.
We're back. Okay,
All right.
Thank you, brother. So that's our partner right here. New business enterprise, entrepreneur giant, growing, and beyond all our wildest imagination. Thank you very much for being here. We have with us Damien Dumas. So thank you. Go meet mom.
Thank you.
Catch you up.
Regards to mommy.
Yeah,
Yes,
Regards to mom.
yes.
Give our blessings to your
Thanks,
mother.
Yes, man.
Respect you.
What's
Yeah,
up?
we catch up, eh? Yeah. Okay, so we have with us your co-worker.
Yes, we have, of course, Mr. Damien Dumas on the line right
Not yet?
now.
Eh?
Huh? Oh, okay. We lost him. Sorry about that.
So
Because
let's take a break.
Yes.
We're gonna come back. We'll take a break.
The National Development Foundation of Dominica introduces its small business advisory services. Get the help and support you need to run your business effectively. Come see us on 9 Great Marlborough Street, Roseau. Let us assist with having your company registered, developing marketing and business plans, record keeping, and the need-to-knows and provisions for Social Security, income tax, and VAT. You won't be left in the dark anymore. Let us hand over your key to unlock doors for success. NBFD Small Business Advisory Services now available. Call 448-3240, 448-8631.
Yes, come in. Hold that thought. I'll call you right back. Elas Franco, how are you doing? Things are getting really tight in this Gova season. Right now, I just don't know what to do. But Franklin, what are you doing? You're sitting on your money machine. With all them skills and ideas that you have, you can go further, faster. How are we? Go to the NDFD. They've got the best rates on business loans, not to mention affordable business support. They'll get your business registered and help you develop your business plan. They'll design your logo and train small business owners just like you. For real? I go down there now. All jokes aside, NDFD is helping people when others would not. Yep, we're still here. Okay, so we're on the end stretch, the home stretch,
Yes.
on our Nature Island Small Business Buzz program for today, the 13th of May 2025. We have our guests already, our additional insightful, very highly intelligent and qualified small business expert also on the line. But before that, I want to just thank the entire staff of National Development Foundation of Dominica, including Mr. Donald Bacasio, the executive director, Mr. Cletus Joseph, along with Mr. Dumas, who was very, very instrumental in really boosting my confidence and utilizing my talent and my gift for one of the very interesting, if I just say that myself, I call it the advertising power bank that we did, and I wanted to say thanks, acknowledge them publicly for giving me that great opportunity.
That's a viral video.
viral video. Yes. Everybody caught
Franco and Franklin.
Frank and Franco.
Yes.
Franklin and Franco. Yeah. Man. Yep.
Yes.
You have your
Yes.
coworker.
So yes, I want to. We will have a short conversation with someone, a part of our team that is over there in the Kalinaga territory. But before that, we want to big up, of course, our chief, Kalinago chief, Annette Sanford.
Mhm.
We also want to big up, of course, Minister Kosea Frederick
Mhm.
of the Kalinaga Tree. So we have now, of course, our good friend, Mr.
Mr.
George Challenger.
Challenger, Space
Yes,
Rocket.
all the way from the Kalinago territory. Mr. Challenger?
Yes, yes, yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the listeners. 95. Good
Yeah.
afternoon to Franco.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
So, Mr. Challenger, how is it over there in the Kalinago territory? Tell the people what's going on over there right now.
Yes, we came up sometime this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We had some heavy showers on our way up,
Mm.
passing our way from Concord or from Pocassi onto the territory.
Wow.
We went up there to by the school, the Salibia school.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a few persons in the beginning of the morning, and then a few persons came by about noon and after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation with any of the present at the territory is always welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
A number of persons are interested in our financial facilities that we have available. But so far, the day was good. We already left. We came
Okay.
down. We came down again after 3,
All right.
almost 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good day, I must say.
Nice. So, well, I already tell them, kind of like a short synopsis of what we do there. But from your own words, why are we doing this? Why do we go there every month, right?
And why there?
Yeah, and why there?
Yes, we basically bring in the NDFD opportunities directly to the people of the Kalinago.
Direct.
I mean, the Kalinago is sort of the chosen people of Dominica.
Yes.
So instead of having them, try and come into the office and it might be difficult to them, we go into them.
Wow.
We sit down with them on one-on-one. Every officer get the opportunity to conduct that visit every month, and we started I think sometime last year, maybe December. So there's a few months going in, and we just bring in our voices and our ears to the people of the Kalinago territory, listening to what exactly they need. We listen to ways that NDFD financing might be available to them. What are the opportunities that they can take with the NDFD? For example, we have the 2% revolving facility, Women Check and Grow, which is the unsecured facility. It's about 10,000 maximum. And the people from the Kalinago specifically don't have to put up any securities to obtain financing from that facility. So we just, rather than he say or say or they say, they directly from the individual, directly from the officers, instead of coming in, we go into them.
And I think it's a really great help for a lot of our clients over there, because instead of coming all the way here, right, from the territory, and sometimes, like you said, it's very difficult for them. So it's us now who go over there, just to reach out to them and really bring the entire office technically to them, right? The entire NDFD office. And like you said, every month we have a different officer. This month is your turn. Next month we may have Miss Casey, and then the next month we may have Mrs. Seja. So yeah, and of course Mr. Dumas is always there. The entire business support services unit, right? So great stuff. Franklin, you are in deep thoughts.
No, I'm just listening to you guys. I'm listening to Mr.
Yes.
Challenger there, and I'm seeing, like you yourself and the many other staff members at the NDB, how deeply committed he is to his project. I can sense it, Mr. Challenger, that you enjoy on a cellular level what you're doing,
Yes.
I just listened to you there. I'm like, there was some rainfall and so on. Complete detail. Rainfall and so on. We did the character. We dropped them in $10,000. That's and it's capable character. You don't even have to bring up all of that. Bro, everything you said stuck in my head.
And I know, I know, even though I truly believe that Mr. Challenger is an outstanding driver, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know it's still not easy to drive
Mhm.
all the way there, considering the weather today over there. So that's why it really talks about the commitment of our
Yes, yes,
team members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
So
definitely.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
We appreciate you, man. And thanks for the
yes,
work that you do. I
definitely,
have a
sir.
question for you. Yeah, today we were talking about eggs. We're trying to make an example of some eggs.
Mm.
Some eggs example. So
Mhm.
what do you do if an egg that's misbehaving?
What they was?
What do you do with an egg that's misbehaving?
You break it?
No,
I don't know.
you correct. We beat it. And if you want an egg to just come out of there, when you tell an egg, come out of there, what does the egg have to do?
Yeah, beat it, man.
No. When you tell the egg, come out of there, you know what the egg does do? It's like saying, scramble, scramble.
Scramble, scramble.
That's a little comic relief for your afternoon.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, man.
Yes, that's all part of my comedy show. You'll have a front seat, so don't worry, You have a front seat.
All right. So thank you very much again, Mr. Of course, our
Yes,
longest serving uh,
yes, yes,
uh,
yes, yes.
business and entrepreneur development officer,
Mhm.
and one
Yes,
of our awardees, one of our top
yes,
performers last year. Of course,
yes, yes,
very proud that he's part of my team. Our
yes.
senior business and entrepreneur development officer, the one and only Mr. George
Yep.
Challenger. Yes,
GJ,
sir.
man.
Man,
GC.
thanks for having
Yeah,
me
man.
again, man. No
Respect to
problem.
anytime.
Respect,
we call
respect.
upon you. We know you can fill in the gap, bro.
Yes,
Thanks a
man.
lot.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks.
Yeah,
yeah.
appreciate
Big up,
Thank you, everybody.
big up
Yeah.
premium.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Have a good
All right.
afternoon. Good. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's we're coming down to the home stretch. I just want to say thanks again to our special guest this afternoon, our focus guest, Joel Shillingford, who does you can contact him at D-Rex Fast Charging Supplies and Services. He also does pressure washing, detailing of vehicles, among other business ideas that he has, including a concierge service, along with our additional guest that would be Mr. George Challenger, and of
Mhm.
course his co-worker and affiliate for this today's program. That's Mr. Damien Dumas. I hand over to there also
Franklin,
associate. Mhm.
I just want to tell you that next Thursday, next episode,
Yeah.
because we have already confirmed this, and I
Mm.
think you'll be excited to know that our next guest
Mhm.
is someone. It's someone who you know, and
Mm.
of course, you also know his family. So we have, of course, the man behind Bloombox, and that's Mr.
Oh,
Imad Sarka.
my
Right.
brother Zaka.
Yes. And
Been-
Bloombox is one of our big sponsors for our Green Innovation Summit. So for those who are into agriculture,
Mhm.
agribusiness,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
all other related businesses, you must be there on Thursday because the one and only Mr. Imad Sarka will be there with us, right?
Nice,
And
nice.
of course, we will have a representative from the National Bank of Dominica
Mhm.
who will be there as well to tell us a little bit more of the reason behind their support for our Green Innovations Summit this year. Franklin?
Thank you very much for being part of our Small Business Connection Nation Island Small Business Buzz, the program and the collaborative effort of the big station Q95 Radio and the National Development Foundation of Dominica, represented by myself, Franklin Peter Moses, and my co-host representing the National Development Foundation, Mr.
Donald Bercasio.
And on behalf of Mr. Shand Abraham, who's at Master Control, and all of our listeners and friends in Dominica, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world via the platform of in the internet, the Facebook, on the radio, thank you very much for being great company with us every Tuesday and Thursday. So, on behalf of all of us here, the team of Small Business in Dominica, all the four guests, thank you very much for joining us. See you on Thursday. Bye bye. Yes, come in. Hold it, hold that thought. I'll call you right back. Right back. No. Elas